Welcome to Playspot, everyone. You know me by the name Mula Dop from Playspot, and today I am actually joined again with Mesh. As everybody was asking me that Mula, why don't you bring Mesh on the live stream? So today I have got my guy Mesh here on the live stream, and we are actually going to transfer window buzz. We are here to bring you the latest on the biggest moves shaking up South African soccer this season. From new signings to the major contracts, we are breaking down who is joining who and what they are bringing to their teams, joined by a Mesh. Mesh, great to have you here, bruh. Let's start with the key transfer contracts. Right now, we're tracking. We're talking about Pasika Marco at the age of 31, moving to Kaizer Chiefs, agreed on a 3-year deal, as reportedly agreed.
Hola Mula and hello to the listeners. Hi Mula.
Yes.
Hey, siyabuya kuma transfer.
This is one of the toughest, bruh.
Yeah, very tough. Again, I just want to stress ukuthi, SA football has developed.
Fact.
There are certain people in higher positions that are holding us back, but I think the individuals themselves, by going to training, changing their behavior, adopting certain lifestyle, they're able to maintain their careers in a long way. So, yeah, it's good. Beginning with Marco. I think it's been a big debate everywhere.
Fact.
Abanye bathi hey ufunani umdala, abanye bathi hey what, but we have discussed this before to say that they signed a position that's not filled.
Fact. I think
you understand. So I think that's what Marco in terms of rating, if we're rating the transfer of Marco to Chiefs, I think I'll give that transfer an 8
out of 10.
8 out of 10. 80% is a distinction from the management and the technical team.
Danko on that one, bro. And we don't have to waste time, as we know that he's going to join Kaizer Chiefs there in Netherlands when they are going for their preseason. So we have jumping to Tsepang Moremi, the 24-year-old from Amazulu, heading to Pirates with 3-year contract deal as good as done.
Sheesh. Hey, Pirates. Angazi mani Pirates. Hey, Pirates. Hey.
Pirates.
Asuka madoda. Yazi Pirates there's a thing where whenever Chiefs has to sign players, bahlala bathi imali.
Sure.
It's like Chiefs can't sign a player unless they're competing with Sundowns for that player.
Yes.
It's like they don't know where to look for themselves, like their own. I mean, we have been looking at Apolis, and Apolis is one of the most expensive players, right?
Yeah.
But what about Moremi then?
Yo, this one is quality, bruh.
Why were we not looking at Moremi?
Hey.
You understand? So again, Pirates, this one I give them a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because the player hasn't, we don't know what can happen in a team.
Yes.
But in terms of Pirates signed, they didn't compete with Sundowns, they didn't compete with Chiefs. They went on their own direction. They found a player suitable for them.
Yes. So you're giving them 9 out of 10 on this one. And I wanted to ask
9 out of 10.
Yes. So I wanted to ask, as things stands, as I can say, Paris, they also wanted to sign a police, but it seems like they are not actually interested anymore. I think they're trying to build on the young stars. If you can check, I don't know. Can you just elaborate before we dive into another player?
I think they what they're also looking at is in the league whom are the best wingers, because he's playing as a winger, Moremi, and they've had some problems with their wingers. Gilberto, they sent him on loan. He's not coming back this season. He's still out on loan. Yes. And then Monapole Saleng, obviously with a lot of problems, internal problems, and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what they've done is that they found a player who has the potential to play the same as Saleng, and also play the same as Gilberto.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the wing positions they already covered. You've got Nkota, you've got Mufukeng. So Moremi is not going there to carry the team. He's going there to raise his hand.
Yeah, no, I'm also asking myself that these players which are leaving, is it Mantla Ntliyazi who is actually letting these players go, or is the management?
No, I think Nikazi, to be honest, I think that the management is taking over from what Rivero left. Because the players who are leaving are players that were not necessarily involved under Rivero.
Yes. So,
And you must know with Marco, they wanted to keep Marco, but Marco signed a contract, a pre-contract before they could negotiate. So
oh,
Marco was in the plans of Pirates. Marco, it's a steal. That's why a lot of people are not happy because it's a steal, this one. It's not like Monyane. Monyane is the one that was let go. But
yeah.
Marco was not let go. Marco was a steal.
Yeah, for me, I didn't see him going, actually, to be honest. I didn't see him going, leaving Orlando Pirates. I was shocked.
Yes, and on top of that, he was very much involved in what is it in the league last season. I mean, he played 17 games, and he was involved in so many other tournaments that Pirates played. So I think that Marco was a steal. It was not. If you look at Rivero, Marco was in Rivero's plans. Had
Yes.
Rivero stayed for longer,
Mm-hmm.
but Monyane is not someone who can say maybe was in the plans.
Yes. I know. Let's move to another one, Mesh, which is we're talking about this player from Zimbabwe, which is Prince Love. I think he's the age of 19, a midfielder. I heard Orlando Pirates they tried to sign him last season, but right now, the Zimbabwean club they said they need actually 15 million.
15 million.
Yes. So we don't know much about this player, but I think we can also give it to fans and viewers to go and check about Prince and Lovu playing for Highlanders. His age of 19. He's a midfielder.
Yes. Prince Lovu is playing for Highlanders
Yes.
and I think also what needs to be noted is that this player is actually playing in the national team.
Oh, oh, yeah.
He's also playing in the Zimbabwe national team. So he's not only recognized by Pirates or the scouts that have been looking at him, but he's also recognized by the scouts of the national team of Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And they've been involved in quite a number of tournaments. So I think that again the price tag, I'm not sure if the price tag suits the league because the league in Zimbabwe is not the same in terms of prices. But I do understand the same with Abo Salum, Nabo Aziski. When a South African team comes knocking, the price sort of goes up. The same way South African teams, when a European team comes knocking, the price of that player also explodes. So I
Yes.
understand why. And also he's a prodigy. He's 19 years old. That's very young. If you
Yes.
give him a 10-year contract, that contract will finish when he's still in his 20s.
Yes.
So that's a big win. So yeah, I don't know much about I don't know much about him and his style of play,
Okay.
but I do understand if he has caught the eye of Pirates
Yes.
because Pirates I will say that they have some of the best scouts in the
Yeah.
country.
And they're actually going for the young players. I think we covered that one without wasting time, bro. So we also have Bradley Hopler, and we know this guy is a veteran in South African football, to be honest, on 37 years of old, being signed by Skukune. Hey, man, I didn't see this one coming, actually.
Hey, and then I don't know which Skukune now will change how they play because we all know how Horobla plays and we all know how Skukune is playing right now.
Yes. So,
Will then Tinkler now start playing that aeroplane, or will he maintain what Siema has left?
yes.
Because
No.
we know that Siema is very good when it comes to player development, team strategies and all of those things. But then we also know that Tinkler has a way of playing.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so we have also Miguel, is Miguel Team, also believe that he has actually joined Skukune United and at the age of 33, from Murumo Gallants to Orlando Pirates and then to Skukune. Also, do you have any say on that one?
I think this signing, if I can rate it, I can give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
What is Kukune signing? Skukune, if we look at it for what it is and who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
They finished number 4 in the league.
Fact.
After finishing number 4 in the league, they are strengthening the squad.
Mm-hmm.
They're strengthening the squad with what? They're strengthening the squad with a player that has been playing for a team that has been doing well in CAF, although maybe not involved.
Mm-hmm.
But still, he's part of the training sessions, he's part of the training drills, he's part of the traveling, he's part of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yes.
So they signed a player that is more experienced than the players they have now.
Yes. Yeah,
So
no.
that's a good signing.
Yes. And going also to this one for Sipombul, I think we've been talking about it, but it seems like it's dragging right now. As but I also have caught something about Mike Makab as he apologized to Kaizer and to the fans. There is something fishy that actually Sipombule will be announced. I'm just having 80% sure about that. I don't know about you, bro.
Yazi lo Makab lo ne igama lakhe leli kumele basuse uB lapha emuva bambize uMike Maka ngothe ugcwele ngamanga lo baba. Egcwele ngamanga lo baba. Last wasitshela he did the same thing when he was marketing before these guys moved to Sundowns. He
Yeah.
did the same thing where he's talking too much and he's pretending as if he's on our side. And then Jiggy Jiggy here, Mukwena signed for
Ish.
Sundowns. Mbule signed for Sundowns.
But Brad,
You understand what I'm saying?
Mesh, do you blame these guys because do you blame them? But actually, on my side, I feel like these guys they actually find better deals which going to suit him and also the player, especially when it comes to man. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, look, I understand that it's a business, right?
Yeah,
But it's like it's about integrity.
yeah,
I think someone like Mike Makap, there's no reason for him to be saying things that need him to now apologize to Chiefs and to the management. That means that he did something that he was not supposed to do, that he knew that he's not supposed to do.
yes.
For example, saying that he offered Mbule to Kaizer Chiefs. Why are you the one to let the thing out, to let the news out? What
No,
if him
yeah.
saying that is the reason why the deal crumbles?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
You understand what I'm saying?
I think I understand that one. Bro, without also wasting time, as we know that today we're just chopping into the topics. So we also have Kulisom Dao, and I heard that the deal is still. You understand?
Yeah, I'm gonna be very, very, very honest. Khuliso Motau,
Yeah,
Tebogo Mokoena, Ronan Williams,
yeah,
Modiba,
yeah.
they all should have moved overseas when they had the chance.
Yes, I'm listening.
They all should have moved overseas when they had the chance. Because look now, there's no CAF that they've brought. All they have is maybe like, okay, we played Club World Cup, but this generation of the Sundowns team is more like a golden generation.
Yes.
Since like that 2016 one, this one is the one where we can say, yeah, yabona it downs man.
Sure, sure.
Like Lamanje Ihlangen, and they're supposed to show for it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they haven't been able to show for it. And the longer these guys have stayed, the longer it's like they're fizzling out and becoming normal average players. And no, not like average as in like they can't play, but I mean
Yeah.
like the input that they put into the team, it doesn't give them that legendary status.
Yeah.
Because their input into the team is the same as the other guys that are also on the bench.
Yeah.
Can we say Riyad Peterse is a legend of Sundowns?
No.
I don't know. But he's got 8 league titles, and I don't think Williams will ever reach 8 league titles. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these guys now, they're also becoming like, because the golden generation was not able to bring that, was not able to bring what was supposed to be brought. It feels like they missed their chance to move, because Mutau was linked with Burnley, the club that Lyle Foster is playing for overseas in England.
Yeah.
He was linked with that team, and I feel like he should have gone. He should have gone when he had the chance. And I bought the mission of Sundowns and CAF and all of those things. Although that was a reasonable reason to stay, maybe also with a better contract and all of those things, it forced him to stay. But I think at the same time, these guys, when they had the chance to just go overseas, they should have done it, because right now I feel like they're the best example of South African football or players that we can give. I feel like if Mutau goes overseas, playing wherever, is the best example of quality that you can find in South Africa.
Yes.
For a full back.
Yes.
And I feel like even Mukwena, even Modiba, even Williams is the best example of how far South African football is, at the current moment. So him, I saw that he's linked with Esperance. Again, if he moves to Esperance, it's still a good move. But, is playing for Esperance and playing for Sundowns the same?
Yeah.
Pretty much, in a way.
Yes.
Because bazohlangana ku-CAF iphelela lapho.
Yes. Yeah, man. Just going to the comment section, guys. You're 170 on the channel right now. And guys, only 18 likes for Mesha. Come on, guys, more likes, more likes, more likes. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. We bring news each and every day, and I always bring Mesh on the line. So we have Shemi Kane, one of our members, saying that, sure, Mula, did we get more free agents? This one, Shemi Kane, I can answer. And then we have Du saying that he's actually thanking for the quality player like Marco, and he is actually waiting for the final date where Kaizer Chiefs, they are going to announce new players. And also he's asking about Mayele. Do you have any updates, bra, on Mayele?
Mayele, we don't have any updates for now. I think Mayele time needs to pass until we have updates.
Yes. No.
Yeah, before
Yeah, you can talk, Mish.
before all we know is that Mayele is leaving Pyramids. That's all we know.
Yes. Yeah. Okay,
Where
Mish.
he's going, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I think he's answered him too. And then we Mesh. What are your thoughts on these moves so far? Which transfer do you think will make the biggest impact this season?
I think because all eyes will be on Marco. I think so far in terms of the transfers, Marco's transfer seems to be the big one because it's causing a lot of debates. But also at the same time, I think that he will fit in nicely because I think he's the type of player that the coach is looking for.
Okay.
But then in terms of players making a name for themselves, I think Moremi and Guaiba.
Yes.
Going to Pirates, I think they are going to raise their hand. I think they're really going to raise their hand.
Yes.
I think now it's time for Mufukeng and Nkota, when they are subbed off, the momentum doesn't go down. The momentum stays up.
Yes.
The same way we saw with Saleng. So I think that's what we are going to find at Pirates. Unfortunately, I don't have as much confidence because obviously the coaching changes have happened.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of what the system of the team is and what it has and what it's capable of, I think Moremi and Guaiba will become very big names, and I think they will force themselves into the Bafana starting should they be able to get more game time at Pirates.
Yes. I know, Mesh. I think this is the end of our video. Guys, thank you very much for showing up. Show love for Mesh and more likes. And also, if you're new in the channel, consider subscribe. Thank you very much, Mesh, for your time on Playspot. As you know that this is your own home, man.
Thank you, Mola, man. I appreciate it. You good. I excel that.
Asibonge. Danko.
Sure.